See, one day you're gonna be required to fly because flying cars are coming. And right now, we can teach you how to drive in the skies. Let me show you the first thing that you'll need before you even get into the airplane. So this here is a Viper SD4, what I call a modern airplane. And that's because this airplane is built just like your automatic car. And in order for you to fly this, the first thing you have to do is you gotta do a pre-flight. So come with me. When you get in your car in the morning, you don't check really anything. You just get in and you go drive. But that's different with an airplane. Or guess what? In a year, 2, 3, 5 years from now, where you have to fly your car, you're going to have to do a pre-check, which I'm gonna do with you right now. Right here is what's called a checklist. And basically, this is here to help you go through your flows, right? Naturally, I'm a certified pilot, and naturally, the first thing you do is you do this. You want to get your flaps down, and to open the canopy on this door, you basically raise it up. So I'm gonna turn my master switch on here. So here we are in the cockpit, beautiful glass, avionics. So once I turn my master switch on, I gotta turn the instrument on as well. And what I wanna do is put my flaps down. You can see right there, your flaps is going down and all the way down. So two things, I'm checking to make sure that that is working, but also now I'm gonna start the real pre-flight. A pre-flight is just you're walking around the airplane, making sure everything is safe before you get in the air. So you start right here, and I call it a circle pie. Wherever you start is where you're gonna end. So the first thing you do, check this step up right here, make sure it's not loose. And while you're down here, you want to check all your wheels. Get a visual on your landing gear, get a visual on the underbelly of the airplane, make sure nothing is cracked, nothing is loose, antennas are right in place where they're supposed to be. And then you just do a nice visual around the airplane. So the hinges I was talking about earlier, these are all screws and bolts, right? So you want to check your screws and bolts for your flaps. This is nice and intact. You move along. You can also check your decals. Make sure they're right there. This is what's called an aileron on an airplane. And this is what controls your turning tendencies of the airplane when you're in the sky. So I'm gonna check all my bolts here as well. Check underneath, boom, looks good, looks good. And I'm walking around the aircraft and I'm making sure there are no tears, bumps, or scratches. If you see something, say something, right? This airplane comes with modern LED lights. These are your positioning lights on the airplane. Everything looks good here. I don't see any cracks. And all I have to do is just keep going. So you move forward, and while you're checking the top, you're also checking the bottom. So here you see another device. This is called your pedostatic. Actually is what measures the airflow in the airplane. So for example, on the ground when you're driving your car, you have your speedometer. This is our speedometer in the airplane. So this measures how fast you're going in the air, and it's measured in knots. So if you're going 90 knots, this is the guy that's telling you and feeding you that information. Okay, again, treat it similar to a car. Now you move along, and the only thing you want to check on this is make sure that it is not blocked. If that hole is blocked, then you're not going to get the right reading. So keep moving along, check the underbelly. Again, we get another visual on our landing gear here. We check our tires, our wheel assembly, and then right here, we do what's called a fuel sump. So if you come with me here, the airplane, just like your car, uses fuel. Here we have avionics, and typical airplanes like this use what's called aviation gas or av gas, and you at least want to get a visual to make sure that's fuel in the air. So you see in the airplane you have fuel in there. So now we're gonna check the quality of our fuel with this guy. So if you come with me, I've already gotten a visual on my fuel, so now I have to check it. All right, two things you're looking for with this, right? One, you want to make sure the colors, right? If you lift this up, you should get clear or blue. And in some cases, it might be green. If you see red, reddish is jet fuel. So you don't want to put jet fuel in a small airplane like this. But more importantly, you want to see if you have dirt in the fuel. Anything that could go into your engine and mess up the flow or how your engine runs, you want to look out for it while you're checking the quality of the fuel. So this looks really good, so I'm going to dump it right back in the airplane. Once you're done doing that, you still get a visual, check your air vent, check your nose wheel here, check your exhaust, and make sure there are no cracks in the exhaust, because guess what? If you have cracks in your exhaust, you can be feeding in poison into the cockpit. So you want to make sure that there's no cracks here, and you get back up, you check the quality of your propeller, We have a 3-blade carbon fiber prop here. These are really light and very efficient. And also you want to check the housing of the prop, make sure nothing is loose, get a proper visual, check all of your vents, make sure they're not blocked because your engine is going to need all the air coolant it can get. And of course we have our landing light here, and that's working great. All right, so guys, really that's all you do is you do a nice walk around the airplane, you check all of the bits and bolts in it. I know you don't do this regularly for your car, but guess what? Right now, watching this, you got to get ready for flying cars because they're coming. And what we want to do here is actually train you and give you a taste of what that feels like once we have driving cars. If you want to get more information, just use the link that I have on the screen here and register for your first flight lesson. I'll see you soon.